if you wanted to build a phone and you wanted to have a single cell and you wanted to put 70 kilowatt hours in it for whatever reason, you can do it, but it will move it class 9 cargo, which is the most expensive, most required paperwork and everything else and costly method of movement. And then on top of that, every time that phone gets touched or sold, you have to include an entire DMG that goes along with it that talks about what happens if that that item were to have a thermal run-on and all the components within it and everything else.
So you mean what is a DMG? Is that something you just paperwork you file, or is that in a box?
So if you remember, most of us at one point or another worked in fast food or worked in a restaurant of some type. You'll know that there are, for every chemical that's in that restaurant, regardless of how toxic or whatever it is, you'll have a toxic sheet or something on it that tells you if it's, if you get this in your eyes, this is what you do. Okay. If it's skin exposure, this is what you do. DMG is very, very similar to that, except it's a lot thicker and has a lot more detail as to chemical components and how things interact with one another.
But would Samsung have to put that in the Galaxy box, or is that just something? Yeah. So it increases the weight.
Every single shipment would have to, and when I say shipment, I'm not talking every case of phones. I'm saying every individual
box
unit of a phone has to have this with it. And then let's say you are able to sell this phone, right? And I have it in my pocket. Well, then I have to carry that with me everywhere I go, because if I have an accident on the highway, or if I want to get on a plane, which first of all, you're not going to get on a plane, but even if you wanted to, anywhere you took it with you, you have to have that manual with you.
Yeah, and they're not going to let you on the plane. So this is basically saying, yes, technically you could ship that level of a cell, but it's not practical. Right. It's too costly. Users aren't going to want to carry a DMG around with them. So that's just kind of off the table. Your other options are to make sure that you make it locally, and you still have limits depending on which region you're in, and it's more expensive.